This episode of Previews World Weekly is brought to you by Hakes Auctions. Since 1967, Hakes has been the premier source for all manner of Americana and collectibles. To see the full list of items available for auction, visit Hakes.com. Hakes, America's first collectibles auction house.
This week on Previews World Weekly, Ghost Rider turns 50, Brendan Fraser gets cast as Firefly, and we discuss the most terrifying monsters in pop culture. I'll give you a hint, it's not a kitty cat. It's all happening right now on Previews World Weekly. What's up, comic book fans? It's Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Day, which means it's once again time for another episode of Previews World Weekly. I am taking the reins this week. Troy is out, and we'll come back to why in just a minute. But for today, I'm joined by two very special guests. And those guests are Natasha, a.k.a. Cannon Doll X from Talking Toys.
A.k.a. Rogue.
Well, we the main card.
I was ready. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Happy Halloween.
And we also have Mia joining us in her hottest cosplay yet.
Hottest.
You might say she's a snack.
Absolutely. Delicious.
I was like, I can't see in there, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to pop up. Hey, everyone. Oh, this thing is hot. It, like, literally.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yeah.
Hey, Clovis says, hey, everyone. Hello, everyone. What's up, Clovis?
Hello.
Okay, so we're taking over from Troy this week. He's out. He's on his honeymoon. He just got married over the weekend.
Yay, Troy.
Right? So congratulations to him. We're super excited.
Super excited. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Mia, your costume's a hit.
Yes. No one can resist the Cheetos.
When you said you were going to wear it, I kind of was almost going to call your bluff. I'm like, she's not going to like wear that on the stream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was telling Natasha, I was really kind of sad because I thought I could wear like fishnets under it, but it's definitely a one size all for men. And at 5'2", it comes down to like my shins. So all I do is now I just kind of like duck down and make myself look like a fallen over bag of Cheetos and scare people. So that's made it even better.
Right.
So, yes.
That's fun, and it seems like good insulation, so you should probably keep it in your car in case it gets really cold. Backup blanket.
That's a good idea. It is really warm.
I'm a mom.
Yeah, I can tell.
Let me tell you how to get the most use out of it, okay?
All right, so let's jump into some of our topics. Did you guys get a chance to see Dune yet?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Again, I have children.
What?
Not yet.
I
want to wait. Yeah, I have to wait for my husband, and I want to see it in a theater because everything that I've heard, you're robbing yourself if you don't see it in IMAX. That seems to be the consensus from everyone that I've seen post about it, talk about it. They're like, please go see it in IMAX, go see it in the theater in any capacity, but absolutely in IMAX. Yeah. So I want to go check that out that way. Otherwise, I could just watch it here in my room.
I saw it in Dolby. I didn't do IMAX. I wanted to do Dolby because it has like the clearer picture and like just insane sound. But I absolutely agree with that. If you can get to a theater and you are comfortable getting to a theater, I implore you to do so. I'm gonna try and make this quick because Lord knows I could talk about this forever. As we discussed last week, I've been on Dune Watch, you guys. So I saw it on Thursday. I went to an advanced screening with my mom.
Nice.
It was
oh my god.
For those of you who are just joining the show, that was basically Ashton over the last 6 months.
Yes. It's a good summary.
I'm very excited, okay?
Carry on.
That was amazing.
Oh, by the way, I did see it too.
That's right. So this is like famously the book that like can't be adapted, right? So I feel like Denis Villeneuve did an amazing job. Like as someone who's read the book, is a big fan of the book, and as Johnny pointed out, has been really attached to this for the last 6 months, probably more like a year. I was thrilled with how the adaptation went. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was so true to the book and larger than life in every way. And they perfectly captured this scale of Arrakis and the feud between the Atreides and the Harkonnens and the size of the spice worms and just how big all of this is and how foreboding it all feels. And I thought the casting was perfect. I mean, I'm a Timothée Chalamet stan, so I'm going to ride or die on that no matter what. But like just Josh Brolin, Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, like they're all incredible. It couldn't be a better cast.
David Desmalchin is also in it.
Yeah, David Desmalchin's in there. We love him in the comic book industry.
Yeah. Yep.
He's great. He plays Pitter, who is like just the creepiest thing ever, and he does such a good job.
The pictures I've seen from it, I was like, "Oh my god, that looks so good! He looks so good! I can't wait! I can't wait!" Super.
He's such a great character actor.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
He takes on these amazing like characters and makes them like 100 times bigger than they would ever be. It's just, I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I pointed out to my mom, like when they first kind of released the cast list a while ago, I was like naming off some names and I said, David Desmalchin's in there. She's like, what do I know him from? Like, I recognize that name. I'm like, you're like everything. Exactly. I was like, he's been in a million things.
Every favorite character in your movies that's not the main character, that's your favorite character in there, it's David Desmalchin.
Yep.
It's him. It's him.
All right, so I'll stop it there. I'll cap it there.
We're excited. I know I want to see it soon. It has to be after Halloween weekend for us,
this
though.
Weekend.
There's too many. I got a trunk or treat to go to, man. I got Rice Krispie treats to make. All the things.
Right, all the mom things. In movie news, though, Natasha, you pointed out Brendan Fraser got cast as Firefly. So tell us more about that.
He did, and I'm so excited. This is for the Batgirl movie. Okay. This is a really great character. I can't wait to see how he just turns it into his own. He's such a great actor too, talking about great character actors. Like you cannot not love Brendan Fraser. He's just such a good dude. He's a good human. I'm like, I was saying yesterday, I'm really hoping this is like a Keanu Reeves good story that comes out for him. Cause, he was done wrong and now there's so much for him to do right and for him to have right for him. So I really hope, I can't wait for this. I'm a big Batman fan. Any of the franchise is very awesome. So this could be really cool. The Firefly character, you don't know, like, I'm not getting crazy detail, but it's a cool character. It's a really cool character. A lot of fire, like literally Firefly, because he, deals with fire and stuff like that. I don't want to get too into it because you should just go read a comic and find out. But yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I think it's great casting. I can't wait to see what else comes out for the Batgirl series or movie. So yeah,
I'm really excited for this because, he's always been seen as like this hero character. So I think this is going to be like a total turnaround for him.
Yeah,
and if I watch him on Doom Patrol, where he is just like his character in that is just crass and does not give a hoot. About anything. I gotta I don't have the verbiage I can use like they do on the show. Yeah. But it's a whole different version of him than you would think, and it's so much fun to watch. So it'd be kind of fun to see him also as like this evil. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's a great point. Because when I think of him, I always think of Mummy, and that's kind of like this true American hero type thing. So it'll be really interesting to see him on the backside of that.
Absolutely.
All right, so one last thing before we jump into our picks for the week. The new catalog is out. Super exciting. November catalog is hitting shops today. This is for items that'll be on sale in February 2022. The front cover is Pantha from Dynamite Comics, which is super cool. They're bringing Pantha back for the first time in about a decade. And then the back cover, also the return of Saga, which everyone's been super excited about. Saga's out in January. I just want to make that clear, even though this is for February items. And also the theme here is DIY. So get crafty, create a comic, do a puzzle, anything you can get your hands on. We've highlighted some of the best products that you can get involved with in this catalog. So when you go to your local comic book shop, make sure you pick up a copy. As Mia has pointed out before, it is literally like the Scholastic books where you just can look through and circle everything.
Oh my God, it totally is. It totally is. Oh, but now I'm an adult with adult money. I don't have to wait for the book fair.
That's scary, but good.
Yeah. Yay. God, that's 100% accurate. Nice job.
Clovis asks if Saga's returning. Saga, it is returning. It is coming back in January. They're picking up right where they left off with issue number 55. Get hype. Everyone else is. All right, so let's jump into more comic books, and we'll tell you guys what our picks for this week are. All right, so we're going to tell you some of our favorites from this week, but you can see the full list at PREVIEWSworld.com/new releases, and it is a lengthy one. Everything that you could possibly want that's out this week, you can see it there. So, Mia, let's start with you.
Okay, so I am a huge Stranger Things fan. I'm so excited for the new season to be coming out next year. And in the meantime, I've been reading the books and the comics, and there's a new series called Stranger Things, Tomb of... It's supposed to be... Okay, Gwen? I don't know how it's supposed to be, but basically... Bob. We all remember Bob from the show. Bob Newby. And it's his name backwards. So I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce Newby backwards. I'm not Zatanna.
Nibwen.
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 That sounds good.
Yeah.
But basically, it's kind of like a Stranger Things Goonie tale, which is, you know, kind of already inherently in Stranger Things. And they find a map, a treasure map left over from dear old Bob, and they decide to go on a treasure quest.
Yibwen.
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 At least Bob backwards and forwards is the same.
Oh man, they made that easy.
Yeah, exactly. They could just call it Bob, Tomb of Bob. Make it easy on all of us. But
Bob, yeah, that's it.
Sounds really spooky.
I would still buy the comic. Right?
Very exotic.
That's true.
But yeah, that is my pick.
Nice.
That's super cool. I love the Goonies element of that. That's neat.
Yeah. Very treasure
Tasha,
finding.
what are you?
My pick is not a comic book pick. I love toys, so I'm going to give you a toy pick. I'm going with the Diamond Select Toys Marvel Premiere Collection of Logan. Now, this is from the movie. So these pieces, so I super love Diamond Select Toys in their premiere, any of their premiere stuff, because the sculpts on them is always on point. The details are always on point. The clothes look like clothes. It almost like the textures that they put in there. It's just really, really cool. And it always looks like they just grabbed it from the screen and then put it on your shelf.
Yeah.
So, and they're always affordable too. Like even the crazy premiere ones are still affordable. Even when they're limited, like this particular piece is limited to 3,000 pieces. And they always give you, they always number them too, which I think as a collector is really, really important and cool. And that's just a really cool piece. And, you know, X-Men, I have to represent. So
right. You're an X-Men fan?
Yeah. What? Like literally on my shoulder, Rogue also, and X-Men. I don't know what you mean. What? What's an X-Men? Yeah. So that's my pick. Comic shops also have toys.
That's something Troy and I talk about a lot too, is you really get like a bang for your buck when you get something from DST.
Absolutely. Like this. So this is a premiere statue. So this is one of the heavier ones, like an actual, you know, like sculpted piece of amazing. But they also have their PVC collection, and their PVC collection doesn't cheap out on any of the details of the sculpting, the paint applications, none of it. It just makes it super affordable and also not so stressful for people who have children and want to have collectibles sitting places. You know, they're not going to grab it and drop it because it's too heavy. Like Diamond Select Toys is always it's just got so many great things and so many franchises too.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Super
I love
dig
the
it.
quality. And yeah,
The
for
qual-
like,
it's
you know,
so
a
good.
12-inch statue, like you go to like any other company and you're looking at like $500, $600, $700.
Yeah.
Sideshow, it's like, $1,000. And then you get one and it's like under $100 and it's actually like sitting huge and
Yeah, like they have the dioramas that are really cool and they're like $50, if not cheaper. And it's just because it's low cost doesn't mean it's low quality at all. And Diamond Select Toys rocks it at that 100%.
Okay, so my pick this week, Johnny's in the comments like, all right, let's keep it pushing.
I like toys.
is 10 Years to Death. Nice. My pick is 10 Years to Death from Aftershock Comics. Art from Cliff Richards. The writing is from Aaron Douglas, who you might recall maybe as Chief Tyrell from Battlestar Galactica. So he's dipping into comics, trying his hand at writing. And this book is kind of described as like the Shawshank Redemption meets The Sixth Sense. So if that's your jam, this is for you. And so it's inspired by like a creepy true story, which immediately has me hooked. I love things that are inspired by a true story, especially where things go as wrong as humanly possible, as bad as that sounds. And so it focuses on a newly hired prison guard and a notorious mass murderer who are linked by a shared secret that's maybe related to one of the mass murderer's death or killings, I should say. And so it kind of asks this really interesting question of what happens when the murdered becomes the murderer. And it's really cool. I have a copy of it. So it's out this week with a variant cover. This is one of the initial publications, but it's super cool. And because it's a one shot, it's not like, it's got like a bit of a binding. It's not just like stapled. So it's got like a nice cover on it and everything. It's told as a recounting. So basically like an uncle tells his nephew the story of what happened between this prison guard, who might be the uncle himself, and the mass murderer. And then the nephew tells the reader. So there's already a bit of like, is the narrator reliable, which I think is really interesting. So also, if you're a fan of A Walk Through Hell, which Mia, I think you did an episode of the panel on. If that was something that, hit for you, this might be a good fit too. And Aftershock does horror really, really well. So I definitely recommend this. That
cover is really creepy. Like initially I just was drawn to the title and then I just kind of looked down and I was like, okay, that's not creepy at all. Wait, yep, totally creepy. That's really cool imagery.
Right.
It's nice. Yeah.
I love the art in here too. Like it's all a lot of like darker shading that gives you that like foreboding sense of like something weird's going on. So the art's super cool.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. I feel like I always recommend like the same like 4 kinds of books, but
post-apocalyptic nonsense. No.
Archie.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Or Archie. Yeah. Hey, we all have our thing. It's okay. Yeah, I love it. I like when you talk about these ones because it's always like I'm always interested in those ones, that kind of genre, but I don't always hear about it or whatever. And then the way you will talk about them, I'm always like, yes, go on, tell me more. Okay, I have to go to the comic shop now because I have to go get this because Ashton just sold me on it. Sold me? Sold me. Sold me.
I'll take that.
I think it's because she always gets excited.
Yeah, absolutely. It's infectious. I like it.
All right, so those are our picks this week. We're very excited about them, but that's not everything. We've got Mia from the past is going to give us the rundown of what else is hitting comic shops this week.
Do you know what new comics are coming out this week? No? Well, let's take a look. Here's what's at comic shops for the week of October 27th, 2021. For more info on these titles and others, head on over to PREVIEWSworld.com/new releases.
So, as Mia pointed out in that video, that's not everything that's out this week. If you head over to PREVIEWSworld.com/new releases, you will get the full rundown of everything that's out. And it's not just comics. It's like Natasha said, it's also toys, it's trading cards, it's books, it's collectibles, it's shirts, you name it. Your comic shop has got it, and it's nerdy. So head over there. Let's jump into some news and say, oh gosh. Oh, I see Cat. That makes me nervous. Elizabeth says she's Kitty Cat, the most frightening monster of pop culture. You know what? You're absolutely right.
Have you seen Cats?
Right.
Yeah.
Monkey Jeebus says Animia wins. She's dressed as my favorite snack food.
Yeah.
I mean, she does win.
Yeah. Made with real cheese.
I'm really hungry.
You made yourself hungry with your own costume. All right, let's move into news and see what's going on in the world of pop culture.
News.
Oh, amazing.
That was like so official until
we so fail at being actual news anchors, like for serious news. I mean, we would be amazing.
Okay. We would kill it.
Yeah, right?
All right, and Natasha, kick us off. What you got?
All right. So this past weekend, during Baltimore Comic Con, right here where we are, they held the Ringo Awards. The Ringo Awards are a great award ceremony, a great celebration of comic artists, all the way from the inkers to the editors, to the letters, everybody included, and they're all voted on by their peers. I just wanted to mention some of the winners because we can't mention all of them, but congratulations to everybody who won, and congratulations to everybody who was nominated. I had some friends that were nominated, and super, super cool event, super cool. And they live streamed it too. So you could go back onto the Ringo Awards on Facebook and watch it if you want to see it live. So some of the winger, wow, I'm amazing today. I want to give a shout out to the best single issue or story. It went for one of my pals, David Pepos, and it was The Oz, which is the self-published winner, and it's pretty cool. You check out the let me drink some water. Check out the art there and all of these, and honestly, you should just go to the list of the Ringo Awards and see all new comics that might come out for you. For best humor comic, went out to a Scout Comics piece. It was for Metal Shark Bro Assault on Hamzig Island, and that was for best humor comic. It's a really fun cover too. Let's see, best cartoonist and writer artist went out to Stan Sakai, and also Usagi won for something. It's not on my list. It's somewhere here. Also, that comic actually won. The series won. And then I wanted to give a shout out to one of the fan favorite winners for best hero was Persephone from the Lore comics, or Lore Olympics. Oh my God, which is a webtoon. And again, like what's really cool about these awards, it's not just paper comics, they also do web comics and webtoons. So it's like pretty cool array, and you have your professional side of the awards and then the fan favorites, and they have like new talent, new series, favorite villain, favorite hero, all that kind of fun stuff. So congratulations to all the nominees and all the winners. You're amazing. And like I said, go check out Ringo Awards on Facebook, and they will take you to their website, and you can see the full list of everybody who's nominated and all the books out there that you should probably check out.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say horribly.
Because
my words are doing amazing today. The suit is really warm.
Okay, blame it on the suit.
It's the suit. It's the suit.
All right. Mia, what have you been looking into?
So I was looking into the Ghost Rider 50th anniversary. So Marvel recently released a teaser image featuring Johnny Blaze and the many different incarnations of Ghost Rider with the accompanying cryptic text, "The Year of Vengeance," signaling a celebration of the franchise in 2022. Along with this image, Marvel announced that it'll be releasing a new Ghost Rider ongoing series next year to coincide with the character's 50th anniversary. Ghost Rider will be returning this February in an all-new ongoing series written by Benjamin Percy and art by Corey Smith.
Wow.
It's very hard to not say Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
See, it's not just me.
For sure. See, I was like, it's not just you, Natasha. Yeah. I was like having to watch myself. I was like, oh man, it's just this whole segment I think is just cursed.
It is. Trying to get through it.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I kind of wish Troy was here for this part because I feel like he'd be super hype about this because he's like a big Marvel guy.
Yeah.
We'd
also have a lot of information.
Yeah, he'd be going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, in 1955, Ghost Rider.
Right. In issue number 28.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where they go with it.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be interesting, especially making a whole year of it. And I like the way that, publishers have been kind of tackling, like Dynamite did it with Vampirella and Archie did it this year, like kind of make a whole year out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about was this Geppi Gems exhibit at the Library of Congress, which you might have heard of already. If you'll recall, back in 2018, after the Geppi Entertainment Museum down in Baltimore closed, Steve Geppi donated a large portion of its contents to the Library of Congress. And so the Library of Congress has been working on curating a selection and putting together an exhibit featuring these items. And so that has finally come to fruition as the Geppi Gems exhibit. And it's now open in the library's Graphic Arts Gallery, and it's running through March 2022 with a second rotation planned for later in the year in 2022. And the exhibit features 33 items from the collection of more than 3,000 cartoons, comic books, and related pop culture items, which, again, Steve donated, which is insanely cool if you want to go check it out. There are free timed entries available for visitors on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 10 to 4. So, pretty open if you can make that work. And if you go to libraryofcongress.gov/visit, you can sort yourself out to go see all of these amazing pieces.
Very cool.
Right?
Nothing like seeing pop culture art in person.
Right. And I don't know, museums aren't for everybody, but for me, I'm one of those people where I can go in a museum and get lost and it's been 4 hours and I don't even know it.
Well, so what's cool is going to the Geppi Museum was this whole kind of experience. And then so knowing that when I found out that was going to be going away, I was really sad. But knowing that it's going to be kind of immortalized in the Library of Congress, that's so epic. I don't know. Such a big honor, I guess, with comics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it gives comics a chance to have that national spotlight on it.
Yeah.
Sarah says, love the Cheeto costume. That is awesome.
Yes. Cheetos for the win.
All right, so we're going to look at our trailer, and then when we come back, we'll jump into Social Swamp. The trailer this week focuses on some of the awesome stuff going on over at Hake's Auction House. Their auction is currently underway. Last week, we had Kelly on, and we really spotlighted that insanely cool Captain America hero prop shield, which I have to say is incredibly awesome. But it's not the only thing that Hakes has up for auction right now, so we'll give you a look at some of the other things you can possibly get your hands on.
Hakes Auctions is the premier source for all manner of Americana and collectibles, and auction number 233 is now open for bidding. Here are some of the amazing items that you can find over at Hakes.com. Be sure to check out the full auction by visiting Hakes.com. Closing dates for items in auction 233 are November 2nd through 3rd. Hakes, America's first collectibles auction house.
So that's just a few of the amazing items that are up for grabs. They're in Hakes auction right now. Like the video said, if you head over to Hakes.com, you can see the entire lineup of stuff they have available. And it's not just crazy like pie in the sky items. You don't need to be a millionaire to get your hands on some of this stuff. There's plenty of single issues and collectibles and action figures and stuff like that available that maybe you could, reasonably put in a bid for. I want to have Johnny jump in here really quick because he was at Baltimore Comic-Con this weekend and checked out the Hakes booth. So what did they have going on?
The Hakes booth, I got to say, was like one of my favorite things to see there. They had the Captain America shield there on display in a nice acrylic, clear
cool.
see-through through Case. It was playing the video that I made, the promo video that we played last week, and so many people were stopping by to take pictures with it, to like look at it. They had a security guard standing pretty much like 5 feet away at all times just to make sure that it was like being protected.
Because it's like the Chris Evans used shield, right?
Yes. So,
that's the thing.
And it garnered like the actual local news attention. Like we had people from WBAL TV 11 like stop by and actually report on like the Comic-Con like filming at the Hakes booth, showing that this was a spotlight, like a highlighted item of the entire convention. So it was really cool. They had a Captain America cosplayer there cosplaying as Captain America, which I think Natasha, you said you're friends with him.
That's my friend. Yeah, that's my friend Michael. Awesome guy. He's also known as Night Mage, like knight, like a king knight. Amazing dude. He does the most insane cosplay like ever. He just did a challenge for himself of like the 13th Ghost cosplay, and he did every single ghost. And he's a rad dude. He's actually a sheriff, and everything he does is for charity. And so cool. super cool. He's such a rad dude. Like everything that he sells, it all goes to charity. It all goes to kids. It all goes to like people in need. He's just like a good human being. Like I said, he's a sheriff too. And like the cosplays he does is just nuts. When he did the 13 Ghost ones, I lost my mind because that movie is just so good. And he did every single ghost. And when I say every single ghost, I mean every single ghost. So even the women ghosts, like if you remember that movie at all, like
that's a full commit.
There's a picture of him. Like, I mean, he did the Captain America suit where he's actually got all the individual little like whatever.
He makes all his stuff himself. Like he's so much talent and such a great dude. He like how I initially met him was he did the Predator and Green Lantern for Man at Arms, and like oh my god, like his Predator is nuts. Like it's so perfect. He's like his talent is just off the charts, and like it's awesome because he's just such a rad dude too. He's such a good human. So like when you see somebody with that talent and then he's also a good human, you're like, yay,
God.
great like complete non-toxic cosplay community needs more of Michael and them. Yeah, he's an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, anyway, it was cool there. But I mean, if you want more information on the Hakes auction, just like Ashton said, just go over to Hakes.com because there's something there for everyone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that shield. I was like, oh my god, it's amazing.
That shield is insane. Like, I can't get over the fact that that's something that Hakes got their hands on to auction.
Yes,
crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So Johnny's pushing us along. Damn, it is like herding cats. I
just got that joke.
All right,
he makes all his cosplays in one day. My husband just said that.
Oh my gosh. That's impressive. That makes it even more impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Social Swamp, the yelliest portion of the show. And me.
All right, I'm going to be taking over Social Swamp today. And so we had a good Halloween themed question for y'all. We asked, Halloween is almost upon us, so we wanted to make sure this week's question stays on theme. Who or what is the most terrifying monster in pop culture and why? So, and it could be comics, video games, TV, whatever. So let us know in the comments as you're watching this. And then we got some great responses from people on Facebook and Instagram. So, Jennifer Rock, for movie monsters, I always thought Freddy Krueger was the scariest. You might be able to outrun or avoid Jason or some of the other slasher types, but everyone sleeps at some point. So, a monster that attacks you in your dreams is pretty scary.
Totally agree.
My boy.
Navraj says, for me, it's Chucky. I put my Teddy Ruxpin in the basement forever. Oh, no. Teddy Ruxpin.
100% agree.
Oh. Andrew, they're forgotten now, but the gentlemen are on another level. Besides their appearance, which still holds up to this day, the concept of them stealing everyone's voices so you can't scream while they kill you is horrifying. Imagine not being able to scream for help while they smile at you and cut you open. Just masterful television monsters and one of the best Buffy episodes. True. Very true.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Also, one of the funniest moments in Buffy. But kind of an adult joke, so I'm not going to tell it here.
You're a
Bob,
spicy Cheeto.
Hey, it's a warning on the bag. Okay.
Oh my God.
Bob Mercer says, most terrifying monster, mob mentality. Look at how the hate monger from Fantastic Four number 21 stirred up people, or how a cult of death worshippers were so easily turned into a group who feared no retribution, like in Ghost Rider number 38 and 39. Wow. Okay, that's truly terrifying.
That's very meta.
Right? Sandra, Hellraiser's the Chatterer.
Ooh,
And then Franklin, you know, one of the most horrifying people, Umbridge. Ruin the color pink. All right, Joanne says The Silence, Doctor Who.
Don't look away. Don't look away.
Frank, man is always the worst monster. As Ripley said about the xenomorphs and aliens, you don't see them screwing each other over for a percentage. Or as Scooby-Doo taught us, crooked real estate developers are always the real monsters. Yes.
Facts.
Yes, really, everyone in real estate. Especially coming from, like, living in Seattle. Yes.
Oh.
All right, what did you guys think?
I felt like the human, like, picking people it had to be in there. Like, I feel like that had to be in there.
I did say that yesterday.
Right.
I did.
All right,
so for me, it would be Chucky. 100%. So you guys asked me earlier, and it's Chucky. It's a Child's Play I have never seen. I've seen just about every other horror movie out there. I grew up watching horror movies since I was like 5 years old. But never saw Chucky, never saw Child's Play, because when I would come to visit my grandmother, she had all of these dolls in the room that I would stay in. And after Poltergeist, that kind of ruined me. And there was some straight up in a rocking chair, all that stuff. So like the movie, I remember when Child's Play came out, and there was, I lived in Los Angeles, and so there's billboards everywhere. There's movie posters everywhere. Yeah. I would be like driving down the street and be like,
shield your eyes.
I can't. Nightmare. Because let me tell you, between that and like my own imagination at night, and like, you know, you live in a noisy city, any kind of noise, you're like, oh, is it Chucky?
Immediately on edge.
What's behind me? What's under my bed? What's happening? So
the
for me,
bonus,
absolutely
Natasha,
Chucky.
You're tall. You can easily just punch Chucky. Like if he came at you, you just swift kick him.
But what if it's like Pet Cemetery and he's under my bed?
Oh, why'd you have to do that?
Oh, yeah. See, now you just added a whole nother layer.
Okay, but what about like Annabelle? Does the doll thing extend?
Never seen that either.
Nope. Okay.
Oh, so all dolls.
Yeah, my daughter wants me to watch this movie with her called The Boy. It's a doll.
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
I'm all cool. Okay, we can watch that together at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with all the lights on and all the windows open.
Yeah,
sure.
There you go.
Sure. Yeah.
Mia,
so about you guys?
What about you?
All right, mine. All honesty, E.T. I hate E.T. He scares the Jesus out of me. Like, there's just something about like, the way he talks. Like, I don't like it. My whole, like, even as a kid, I thought he was really just holding, like, Elliot as collateral. Like, basically, like, they weren't linked because of, like, a friendship bond. It was like, if you take me down, I'm taking the kid with me. Like, that's why they both got sick at the same time. It wasn't like a bonding. That was his protection mechanism. That was how he was going to get away from me. No, he was evil.
Like a parasite. Is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah. That was his hostage, essentially.
Wow.
God, what a hot take on what is supposed to be children's movie.
I hate E.T. I can't do it. That cornfield part in the very beginning, I'm like, no, I'm out. No.
So what are your feelings on Mac and Me? What about Mac and Me?
It's just E.T. I don't know why. It's like the voice sound or something too. Like
his voice is
E.T.
No. Also, like the way E.T.'s his body structure is odd.
Yeah, like
dude, I used to have
not support that.
I used to have this little E.T. that you could wind up, and his little feet would go like this, and it was just like a tub, and then the little extended the head, and and it would be like. And then I had one that jumped too. You would have loved that one.
Oh, heck no.
It's amazing.
Okay, so I have 2 picks here.
Okay.
One that's like I truly think this thing is horrifying, and one like Mia that's like I was just traumatized by this experience. The first one is I think Pinhead from Hellraiser is just incredible. He's great. That movie, I probably was too young the first time I saw that movie, so to me it was like very scary, very unsettling. And so then when I watched it again later as an adult, I kind of had that moment where I was like, maybe this won't hold up because I saw it so young. It absolutely does, and it is iconic for a reason. And he is incredible and just so unsettling with all of the pins in his head. And then the second one is, if you guys remember The Ring,
yes.
Samara is we are not friends. Her and I don't like her. I was 7 years old when I saw that movie. No, I was traumatized. Like when she climbs out of the well, I didn't sleep for days.
So what you're saying is don't come up to the studios wearing a wig and like walking backwards.
No. Long black hair that covered her face.
All right, now I know what I'm going to make Amelia for next week.
Johnny, come in and save me with your trauma.
Oh man, seriously. E.T.? Wow.
Yes, he is evil.
Producer Johnny here, by the way. Hi, everyone. I had a couple picks. I got 2 main ones, but then I was thinking about it for a second. I think the most terrifying monster in all of pop culture is this.
But is she a chicken nugget?
Yes.
I mean, the only thing that could make this more terrifying is if I actually Photoshop some of like Pinhead's pins into like the face.
No.
We will show you such. We will show you such pain. Oh my God, we lost it.
Wait, where did I go?
Your video's gone.
Oh no,
it was.
Oh no, what has happened?
Broke the internet.
You're not opening Pandora's box or anything, right?
But in all seriousness, there are 2 main ones that scared me. One was The Fly in the 80s Jeff Goldblum film.
Yes.
I watched that way too young as a kid. And the first part was fine. He's a scientist. He's trying to discover teleportation, which one day I hope will happen. But when he starts turning into the fly and the body parts start coming off.
And the liquid.
Like, nope. Yeah. No. Dad, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
That's
right.
That was one. And the other one was from John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes.
The appendages and things that just start coming off everywhere, and the dog just looks so natural, like it just got shaved and hosed down. Like, no.
Giving me flashbacks.
Yeah. So yes, that The Thing and The Fly.
Yes.
Yeah. I love how all 4 of us for our picks had very like physical reactions to I hate this particular thing. We all were like dolls.
Yeah.
Let's see if some people have said it in the comments. Clovis says most scary monster to me was Krampus. My grandma used to scare me with him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, was that like the old folklore, or is like because I know that they made a movie on that.
I think they're talking about the folklore.
Okay, because I know I haven't seen the movie yet, but I know it's done by the same director who did the Trick or Treat movie. So Halloween.
It's a fun movie. It's fun.
Okay.
Jeremy says, "Love the costumes."
Thanks, Jeremy.
I apologize that I am not in costume. I got a little late of a start on I'm a homicidal maniac. They look like everyone else.
That's right.
No, but my start on Halloween.
Johnny, are you okay? Should we talk about that?
I'm fine. Like I have a costume picked out, and it ties in like the new beard that I've been growing. So I'm going to go as
amazing.
I'm going as Captain
Oh my god!
So perfect.
The costume has not arrived yet, but I'm just going to go walk around the neighborhood, start spouting out random, obvious things like 2 + 2 is 4. The best website to get your deals is hotels.com or whatever the heck the site is.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. And then I'll immediately shave this off.
You're growing it just for the costume?
No, it's turned into that. That's the reason why I bought the costume.
Got it.
Monkey Jeebus also said Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Someone posted
that.
Someone did post that in the comments, and they just posted a gif of Large Marge when she turned her head. And it looked like this.
Yeah.
Which scared me too as a kid. I go back and I watch it now. I'm like, that's funny. So, but yes, that is our most terrifying monsters of all pop culture. Thank you everyone for commenting, and let us know more in the comments if you're watching this after the fact, because I still want to know what scared you people out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Johnny, stay and hang out because we're jumping into the poll. And
all right, the poll.
Not the pool, but the poll.
I'm not jumping into a poll this cold out.
Not in October.
Nope.
Okay, so for this week's poll, we reignited a yearly debate that gets people very heated, and it did not disappoint. We asked you guys, in your humble opinion, what is the best use for candy corn? To eat it, to decorate with it, or to just put it straight in the trash can? And there were feelings.
And let us know if you're watching right now. Let us know in the comments what your opinions are. I want to see what people are saying. So, Ashton, what do you say?
Do you know what? Okay, so I like candy corn. My answer is to eat candy corn, but it stops at candy corn. I don't like the pumpkins. I feel like that's just really going too far with it. But if we're like just candy corning it up, yeah, I'm cool with candy corn. Let's eat it.
All right. How about you, Mia?
I like candy corn, but also I like Peeps. So I'm one of those. I like
Peeps.
The stuff that most people tend to not like. So.
No.
I just like sugar, okay?
Just for just
pure
sugar.
Is it sugar? Is candy corn sugar? I thought it was just wax.
Sugar wax. Yum.
Carrie says it's slingshot ammo. That would have been.
That is true. You could really thump someone with that, especially the pumpkins.
That's what I said. Ammo. Said candy corn's best for ammo. You know how fun that is?
Of the three choices
really
that
accurate.
were given, Natasha.
Sorry. Okay, decorating.
Oh, you're not a candy corn person, but you don't hate it enough to trash it.
Well, no, because you could still use it for something.
Okay, all right.
They're still cute.
Use it for decorating.
They are really cute.
Little faces, and then you can take it off the face and then put it in a slingshot.
And what did you say, Mia?
Okay.
I said eating.
You said eating?
Yeah.
So I guess this comes down to me. I mean, personally, I don't know what the big deal is about candy corn. I think it's kind of delicious.
Just kind of.
I didn't actually discover, I ever have a piece of candy corn until probably the last year.
What?
I personally don't have a problem with candy corn. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Just get a funnel.
I almost did, but Carter would kill me if I wasted all of it for candy corn. So that's my 5-year-old.
What happened on my candy corn?
I use it all in a bit for an online stream.
What?
Okay, so I'm gonna say eating. I like it because 48.8% say eating, 8.1% decorating, throwing in the trash 43.1%.
It's close. It is close.
I mean, I seriously never had candy corn until last year. It looked unappealing to me. And when I tried it, I'm like, it's not that bad. Honestly, it just tastes like hardened cake frosting to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can see that.
So,
it was my mom's favorite candy at Halloween. I never understood.
But going down, Kenneth Copeland, aka Lord Value Mart.
I love it.
That is the best handle I've seen in ever. It says it's time to reignite the yearly debate. In your humble opinion, he says throwing it in the trash. 1 vote. So when he voted, he took a screenshot. 100%. So I humbly applaud you. For getting the jump on that and getting that screenshot because that was amazing.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, that poll is up for a few more days. So if you're watching this and you feel strongly about candy corn in either direction, you can head over to Free Comic Book Day on Twitter, cast your vote, yell about it in the comments. Some folks were really felt very strongly. I think it's funny. So you can tell us how you feel. Chloe
funny.
says, I'm surprised Hollywood didn't come up with a return of the candy corn monster born from all the trashed candy corn. Don't give them ideas.
That'd be a cute cartoon.
That's a brilliant idea.
Come on,
I don't
that'd be
know
a
what you're
cute
talking.
cartoon.
You know how many amazing B movie, like terrible B movies are out there? There's like there's a Thanksgiving themed one about like a killer turkey.
I know that one.
Well, I don't know what
is Thanksgiving.
Oh, is that what it is?
Thanksgiving. Yep.
I hate it.
Oh, there's
It'd be like Attack of the Giant,
and it gets
tomato.
worse. It's not a kid movie at all, by the way.
I've got
imagine not.
Yeah.
I've got the title of the movie right now. I've got
Yeah.
the title of the movie right now. Children of the Candy Corn.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Done.
Not wrong. Not wrong at all.
I'll be here all week. Tip your bartenders, try the veal.
All right. Okay. Bye, Johnny. All right. So we're wrapping this thing up. Coming to the close of the show. So we're gonna do our comic shop shout out now.
Yes. This week goes out to Victoria Foxfang. That's a fun one. Who says Pop Culture Comics, where I get my good stuff. So go and check them out. That's linked there. But always visit your local comic shop. And if you don't know where one is, head over to comicshoplocator.com and you can just punch in your zip code and they will tell you all the wonderful places you can find your comics and toys at.
Yes, ma'am. Jeremy says, great show. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jerry Bear.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Okay. Exactly.
Thumbs up.
So we'll show you some pictures of that comic shop at the end of the show. If you want us to shout out your local comic book shop on the show, find us on social media, tag your shop, use the hashtag #SupportYourLCS. We'll find your shop and shout them out on the show and give them some love. All right, so I guess we're coming to the end of this bad boy. Let's wrap this up. I think this one's gone pretty decent. We got invited back, and we haven't ruined the show yet.
We're trying.
We're doing our best. All right, so like Johnny said, you can follow, and subscribe for more of the comic book goodness. If you want to hang out on at Previews World, you can check out Troy there. That's where he hangs out. If you want to come hang out with me, I am on at Free Comic Book Day, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Natasha and Mia, where can people find you?
Go ahead, Mia. Or me. I'm first. Canon Doll X. Canon Doll X on all the things, all the places, even the TikToks, the Twitters, the Facebooks, and the all of the things on the internets, the interwebs. Canon Doll X.
And you can find me on all of the social media at Animia Official. And go check out my Indiegogo comic. I just wrote my first comic, Betty Page one-shot comic with Dynamite Comics. So we're running the Indiegogo. There's less than 10 days left. I've got links in all my social media. So go check it out. Yay. I'm a writer.
So rad. You are a writer and cover model.
You're a comic book
Yes.
And a cover model. I love that cover.
Right?
Looks so cool.
Thanks.
So even though October is wrapping up, we're also doing Inktober. We've been doing Inktober all month long. Previous World has been participating. So we'll have the list of that on our social media if you want to jump in and give us some submissions. Day 25 was Spawn, and this is insane.
That is awesome.
Really awesome. Inktober just reminds me how insanely talented some people are. For day 20, Skellington, we have this from Nightmare Before Christmas. Day 23, Costume. So this person picked Spider-Man, and this is beautiful. So if you want to, toss your hat in the ring, the list is on our Previews World social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It'll probably be the easiest to find it on Instagram because you won't have to do quite so much scrolling. So I recommend that. Throw up your submission, tag at Previews World. We'll find it, and we will gush about you because we think you're amazing and we love artists. Mia, what's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be hosting an episode of the panel. We're back. Ashton's going to be joining us. We will also have some folks from Archie Comics. And we're going to be talking about the chilling adventures of Sabrina. Super excited. Lots of things. And what's great is because we have the people from Archie joining us, we will hopefully be getting some inside news and some, stuff that you won't know about elsewhere. So make sure to come watch us tomorrow on all of the Previews World channels.
Yup. if you found us here today, just come back tomorrow and we'll be back with our Sabrina opinions. So I think that does it for us here. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. I don't know what the sign off is. I should have written it down. It's something about see you at the spinner rack. But
Don't forget that you can catch Previews World Weekly streaming live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific at Previews World on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.